What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all for tuning in. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone that supported my last video. It really means a lot, and hopefully we can keep growing as time moves forward. And before we get started, just be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below for anything you'd like me to cover, and be sure to subscribe because that would really help me out. Alright, now today's topic was sent in from Mario_P____, and it goes, what's better for size, heavy or lightweights? And now this is a question that I've gotten pretty often. It's a pretty common question for most people looking to start lifting weights and gaining muscle. So we're gonna cover that today. So now we're gonna head over to my good old whiteboard to kind of discuss this question more in depth because there's a lot that I want to get to. And then afterwards we're gonna head to the gym and I'm gonna kind of talk over what I'm doing. And we're gonna see what I'm actually describing in the video in real time. So let's get to it. Now as we come over to the board here, I've broken it down into 3 sections. We have light weights, heavy weights, and the middle one, which is growth. Starting off with heavy. Now heavy weights are great for strength building. It's best to do them within low to moderate reps. 4 to 6 is probably the best. And heavy weights definitely build power and require a higher level of muscle recruitment, meaning longer rest periods. You have to rest longer when you lift heavy. It just makes sense that way. Now with light weights are great for endurance training and also stability. They're very versatile. You don't have to strain yourself to work with them. Muscle growth requires a mix of light and heavy weights, but if I had to recommend one to do to start off with, I would definitely go with the light weights. Now, if you're asking why, well, I kind of point towards, let's say somebody just walked into a gym for the first time. Obviously, they can't lift heavy, so they're going to have to do light weights to grow. Obviously, you don't want to stick with light weights long term because, at some point you're going to plateau and it becomes too easy for you. And that's when you have to go into the heavy weights, but that's a long ways down the road. It's definitely recommended that you stay in the 6 to 12 rep range. Just because if you're lifting a manageable weight, which I definitely encourage you to do, being in that 6 to 12 rep range will definitely allow you to get the most out of your workout while also increasing your muscle mass over time. And also incorporate things like supersets. It's basically when you do one exercise, let's say a bench press, and then you follow it up right away with a push-up, 10 push-ups, whatever you want to do. Those definitely help with increasing muscle mass. Since you've kind of covered the basics on this board here, let's head to the gym. Alright y'all, I'm here, ready to get started. I'm going to be talking over the video just so y'all can see what I'm doing. So let's get to it. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be doing a static stretching exercise. Hold it for about 30 seconds. I always emphasize stretching because it's just good to loosen you up in the beginning and it can prevent injuries. Here I'm doing a chest workout, so I'm pulling my arms back and I'm expanding my chest forward to get that full stretch. In the second scene, there's something called a dynamic stretch. And so basically I'm doing a very, very light body weight workout or exercise and keeping my arm back and pulling my chest forward. Alright, so now we're going to get into a warm-up. Now I like to keep my warm-ups to about 2 sets max. About 10 to 12 reps. I don't like to spend too much time warming up, but it's just good to get your blood flow going and just do something that's very, very manageable, but also very, very controllable. Alright, so now we're going to get into our first superset. Here I'm just doing a very light weight, just something I can get about 10 to 12 reps in, maybe 15, and then immediately after I'm going to jump down and get a plate and do a plate push. And what I'm going to do there is that I'm going to go up very, very quickly and then do a slow negative on the way down. Okay, now we're going to get into a very strict bench press, and in this exercise you want to be able to do a weight that you can control, but it's also moderately difficult for you. Alright, so here we're going to get into a secondary muscle group exercise. And since I'm doing chest day, I'm going to be doing triceps. Now if I was doing back day, it would be biceps, and if I was doing leg day, it would be calves. And typically I'm not a big person on doing arm days, so I like to throw these little arm exercises in there to kind of get that pump. Alright, so now we're going to get into superset number 2. And if you recall from before, we were using free weights, but now we're using cables. The reason why is because cables are much more beneficial near the end because you're more fatigued, and it just prevents cheating on your exercises, but it also allows you to have that full range of motion. Now afterwards, we're going to head straight into a bodyweight exercise, whether that's dips or push-ups, and usually I try to aim for about 10 to 15 reps to finish it off. And to cap it all off, we're going to be heading to a machine. Now, I'm not a big fan of using machines, but I can see the benefits in it, especially near the end of your workout. Just like cables, it still allows you to have that full range of motion for the most part, and it also prevents injuries from fatigue.